What's up, Prize Fight fans? I'm Brian Tong, and with netbooks being all the craze, we're bringing two of the best budget netbooks to the Prize Fight ring. It's a showdown throwdown between the Acer Aspire 1 AOD150 and the ASUS EPC 1000HE. Our judges for this fight are senior editor Dan Ackerman, associate editor Julie Rivera, and myself. Now we'll take all three judges' scores and average them out to the nearest 10th each round, and the final prize fight score will be an average of all rounds using the same decimal system. It's a 5-round face-off. Round 1, who's hot or not? The Acer Aspire 1 isn't the classiest looking netbook with its duller plastic finish. Dan Ackerman called it cheap, and Acer's touchpad is cramped and the buttons are hard to use. Plus, if you add the 6-cell battery, this thing has some major junk in the trunk. The ASUS EPC has a glossy finish with metal accents, and I like the spaced out keyboard and a touchpad that's larger with easy to press buttons. Its 6-cell battery blends in with the machine, but this guy is pretty heavy compared to the Acer. Now these aren't the prettiest of laptops, but the EPC takes the round with the 3.3 and the Aspire 1 gets a 2.3. Next round is display. With netbooks this size, the display matters. Now both machines are rocking 10-inch screens with a 1024 by 600 resolution, but why didn't either of them do something about their large chunky bezel? Ugh. We're calling this even, and both guys get a 3. Now after averaging 2 rounds, ASUS leads by half a point. The next round is performance. These netbooks come with 1 gig of RAM, but the processor is where you'll find the difference. The Aspire 1 is using the standard Intel Atom N70, which does the job just fine, but the EPC is loaded with the newer Intel Atom N80 with a better front-side bus speed and an 8% performance boost. You may not see a huge difference, but it's there. ASUS takes this round 4-3, next round is battery life. You really need a 6-cell battery to get the most out of these machines, so that's what we're using. Battery life here is some of the best with both netbooks, getting over 6 hours in our tests. But the ASUS edges Acer by just 4 minutes, and a design without the battery booty helps it here. ASUS gets a perfect 5, and the Aspire gets a 4.7. So after averaging 4 rounds, the EPC leads by half a point. The final round that decides it all is value. Both of these sub $400 machines are nearly identical with the same memory, same 160 gig hard drive, 802.11n wireless connectivity, and Windows XP. You can't beat the Aspire 1's $349 price tag, even if its processor is a little slower, but for $50 more, the EPC gives you a slightly better processor, a few more minutes of battery juice, and a more spacious keyboard and touchpad. Now decide for yourself which is the better value, but we're giving ASUS a 4.3 and Acer gets a 4. So let's average out all 5 rounds, and in this battle, the ASUS EPC jumped out to a half-point lead early and held on for the victory, winning 3.9 to 3.4 and is your prize fight winner. Now these are both great budget netbooks, but the ASUS 1000HE with the latest Intel Atom processor helped give it the edge. I'm Brian Tong. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next time on another prize fight. Whoop-ah!
For your daily dose of tech news, check out CNET's Loaded. It's packed full of the latest tech news highlights that matter to you. Find out the latest gadgets or the coolest gizmos, all that and more Monday through Thursday at cnet.com/loaded.